This is Vlogmas Day 1, 2023!
This is Vlogmas 2023!
2023!
2023!
Yes!
Yay!
So these are some thoughts that I started reflecting on when I was preparing for the first day of Vlogmas. So I have a few things to point out based on my personal experience living life. So here it goes. Number one, always remember to create memories with your kids. Your kids, my kids, are growing up so fast. And what they're going to remember most are the traditions and the memories. They're not going to remember the fact that you worked late because you wanted to make extra money so that you could buy them an ice cream or whatever. But they will remember the traditions, the memories, the consistent things that you would do with them that creates habits and consistencies and fun. My daughter reminded me like weeks ago that, oh my gosh, it's almost December. Mommy, you know what that means? It means it's Vlogmas time. You're going to have to do a video every single day. And I hadn't been on YouTube for a year. I've been focusing solely on TikTok. Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do Vlogmas because, you know, it's the thing to do. Number three, always remind yourself that you are doing your best with what you have and with the resources you have. You cannot do better than what you're doing in the present moment. That's your best. Whether you think you should have thought about XYZ or you could have done things differently, you couldn't do anything differently with the resources you had, with the mindset you had at the time, with the way things were at that time. We have to stop beating ourselves up for, for the decisions that we've made, for the things that we could not have done any better. We human beings are always doing their best. Even when they think they're not doing their best, they're doing their best for where they're at any given moment. And we need to stop beating ourselves up because the reality is whatever we did is what we did. Like, it is the best decision we were able to make at the moment that we made that decision. For whatever reason. We're just so quick to judge ourselves and each other all the time. I mean, it's the world we live in. I guess it's the human condition. But back to what I was saying, let's always remind ourselves that we are doing our best for the tools we have and the resources we have at that given moment. Maybe tomorrow we can do better, but at the time, we were doing the best that we could. All right, number four, remember, in this present moment, you are the youngest that you will ever be for the rest of your life. So, and I say this because I'm getting older and I see my kids growing older. I see them getting bigger in size and I see them getting smarter. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting old, whatever. You know what? I am the youngest I will ever be right now. And yesterday and 10 years ago and 20 years ago, I was the youngest I was ever going to be at that given moment. And now 20 years later, guess what? Yes, I'm older, but I am still the youngest right now that I will ever be at this given moment. So complaining that I'm old or being scared of getting old or whatever, because I mean, it's a societal thing that, I mean, we all have our version of how we worry about, think about, complain about, the whole age thing. At the end of the day, if you're complaining that you're old, you're just wasting away your youth. Because literally right now, it doesn't matter if you're 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 years old. You are the youngest that you will ever be in this present moment. So enjoy it. I mean, when you're 20, you might think, oh, damn, I'm old, right? Because you remember when you were 15. You remember when you were 14, 13, 12. Maybe you have a younger sibling that clearly looks and acts a lot younger than you and you wish you were 13 instead of 15. But guess what? When you're 25, 15 years old seems very young. When you're 30s, oh shit, I turned 30. OMG, I turned 30. Damn. I remember what life was like when I was 25. Well, guess what? When you're 40, you're going to be like 30 years old. That's so young. You know, comes 40. Did I say 40? 50. Comes 50. Now what? Oh my gosh, 40 looks so young. And then when you're 60, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 seems young. When you're 70, when you're 80, when you're 90. I have a friend, she's 83. And she's like, damn, everyone's so young. You know, I'm much younger than her. And I'm like, yeah, everyone is pretty young. But I have my head on my shoulders and I am so well aware that I'm going to be 83 one day. And I'm going to think that the 70-year-olds are young. So you know what? We just got to live life. We got to enjoy where we're at and stop worrying about our age. I mean, I wish there was like like a magic wand that we could wave at ourselves at any age to really just appreciate where we're at, you know, at any given moment. This Vlogmas thing, it's been interesting because I've been doing it for only 4 years. It feels like an eternity. But we first started doing this in 2019. And I look back to those videos, I'm like, wow, oh my gosh, I look so much younger. Oh, I didn't have that wrinkle over here that I can see today. And then I look at my kids, they are like half the size. They're half the size back then than they are today. You know, now my son is almost as tall as me and my daughter is like almost, I mean, she's practically, she might as well be as tall as me too because her brain is like that of a young adult. But, you know, it really got me to think. It really got me thinking, like, time passes so quickly. And all we have at any given time is the present moment. So we really need, or maybe I'm speaking to myself, I really need to start enjoying where I'm at any given moment. And I just want to say, I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't where they want to be in life. Either they wish that they had a different job. They wish that they had gotten a different degree in school, or they wish that they studied for the test or the exams because now they're repeating a grade or a class, or they didn't get into the university of their choice and they're regretting it and they think they're going to be so old if they have to repeat a grade. I have to say that we are so delusional in our thinking around the trajectory of our timelines. I mean, at the end of the day, all we have is the present moment, no matter how old we are and no matter what's happening around us. All we have literally is the present moment. So thank you for attending my TED Talk. All right. What we do every year is we reveal the Christmas tree one day at a time until...
It's Christmas Eve.
On what day is that?
24.
Of what month?
December.
That's right. Okay.
This is right there.
So
Merry
what day is today? It's December 1st.
December
So
1st.
let's reveal it.
See.
Woohoo! I don't even know what we're revealing because we know it's December 1st. So we're going to buy one of those house things where you open up the little window and you can get like, we'll look for one that has toys. Okay, because I don't like the ones that have chocolate because I don't want our children eating chocolate every single day until Christmas. So
We could only eat candy on Christmas.
no, that's not true.
Only chocolate.
We don't eat chocolate on Christmas.
Some days we do. But yeah.
No, not true. Anyway, this is our lovely tree.
And soon
And it's very small because we used to have a smaller place. And do you have anything else to say about Vlogmas? We've been doing Vlogmas every year since 2019.
Wow, I was super little.
You were super duper little. Hey, it's that time of the year again. Crying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm home because I took this thing home,
Yeah.
and it wasn't mine.
It belongs to the daycare.
And it belongs to the daycare.
Yeah. We're going to tell your teacher that you took it home and you're going to say sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna say sorry to my teacher for taking something that doesn't belong to me.
Yep, you were so little. You were like half your size.
Like maybe I was this tiny.
And Evan
Was like this tiny.
Evan was also tiny too. Now he's almost as tall as me. Oh my gosh.
And Yoni was a little puppy.
And this is our little doggy Keone. Can you stop? It's our little doggy Keone. She is 12. She's 12 years old. And she's getting old. She's getting old. She's got some heart problems. Oh, I know. She's got some heart problems. And she's taking medication for it. And, but yeah. We want her to be with us for as long as she can. But, you know, she's at the moonlight of her life. But anyway, that's it for Vlogmas December 1st, 2023.
Yeah!